everyone. Welcome kayaks and sunfish and parents and special guests to our performance of the Great Kapok Tree. We've been studying Brazil in our Global Studies unit, and the Amazon rainforest is in Brazil. And this story takes place in the Amazon rainforest. So I'd like you to meet all the creatures and the animals in the Amazon rainforest. One man was walking into the rainforest. Moments before, the forest had been alive with the sounds of squawking birds and howling monkeys. Now all was quiet as the creatures watched the man and wondered why he had come. The man stopped and pointed to a great kapok tree. Then he took the axe he carried and struck the trunk of the tree.
Whack! Whack! Whack!
The sounds of the blows rang through the forest. The wood of the tree was very hard.
Whack! Whack!
Soon the man grew tired. He sat down to rest at the foot of the great kapok tree. Before he knew it, the heat and the hum of the forest had lulled him to sleep. A boa constrictor lived in the kapok tree. He slithered down its trunk to where the man was sleeping. He looked at the gash the axe had made in the tree. Then the huge snake slid very close to the man and hissed in his ear.
Lord, this tree is a tree of miracles. It is my home where generations of my ancestors have lived. Do not chop it down.
A butterfly flew near the sleeping man's ear. A butterfly flew near the sleeping man's ear.
Senor, our home is in this kapok tree, and we fly from tree to tree and flower to flower collecting pollen. In this way we pollinate the trees and flowers throughout the rainforest. All living things depend on one another.
A troop of monkeys scampered down from the canopy of the great kapok tree. They chattered to the sleeping man.
Senor, we have seen the ways of man. We chop down one tree, then come back for another and another. The roots of these great trees will wither and die, and there will be nothing left to hold the earth in place. When the heavy rains come, the soil will be washed away and the forest will become a desert.
A toucan flew down from the canopy.
Senor, you may not chop down this great kapok tree. We have flown over the rainforest and seen what happens when you begin to chop down trees. Many people settle on the land and set fires to clear the underbrush. Soon the forest disappears.
A bright and small tree frog crawled along the edge of a leaf. In a squeaky voice, he piped in the man's ear.
Senor, a ruined rainforest means ruined lives. Many ruined lives. You'll leave us all homeless if you cut down the great kapok tree.
A jaguar had been sleeping along a branch in the middle of a tree. Because his striped coat blended into the dappled light and shadows of the understory, no one had noticed him. Now he leapt down and padded silently over to the sleeping man. He growled in his ear.
Senor, the kapok tree is home to many birds and animals. If you cut it down, where will I find my dinner?
A three-toed sloth had begun climbing down from the canopy when the men first appeared. Only now did she reach the ground. Plodding ever so slowly over to the sleeping man, she spoke in a deep and lazy voice.
Senor, do you know what we animals and humans need in order to survive? Oxygen. And Senor, do you know what trees produce? Oxygen. If you cut down the forests, you will destroy all which gives us all life.
A child from the Yanomamo tribe who lived in the rainforest knelt over the sleeping man. He murmured in his ear,
Senor, when you wake, please look upon us with new eyes.
The man awoke with a start. Before him stood the rainforest child, and all around him staring were the creatures who depended upon the Great Kapok Tree. What wondrous and rare animals they were. The man looked about and saw the sun jewels amidst the dark green forest. Strange and beautiful plants seemed to dangle in the air, suspended from the Great Kapok Tree. The man smelled the fragrant perfume of their flowers. He felt the steamy mist rising from the forest floor, but he heard no sound, for the creatures were strangely silent. The man stood and picked up his axe. He swung back his arm as though to strike the tree. Suddenly, he stopped. He turned and looked at the animals and the child. He hesitated. Then he dropped the axe and walked out of the rainforest. The end.